Self-proclaimed incel, 25, who filmed himself harassing whammons before pepper spraying them and posting the footage online, is charged with multiple Southern California hate crimes. Now, I'm against the concept of hate crimes in general, especially when certain protected groups always get a pass when committing hate crimes, but that's besides the point. I'm just wondering about this story. Is this another glowy op to make all quote unquote incels look bad? Like, this just seems too convenient to be true. Like an incel going around committing crimes and filming it? Okay. Well, I will say though, if this is not fake, like if this guy is a legitimate incel that thought this was a good idea, to any other incels out there, this is not going to win you any favors. Like, now, I understand being mad at specific women who wronged you, but seeking out innocent people who had nothing to do with what happened to you and taking it out on them is never going to make you sympathetic. It's never going to make you the good guy. As soon as you involve innocent people who have nothing to do with your situation, you've automatically lost. Like, you're never going to get support from the public. Like, I don't know. Again, assuming this isn't a glowy op, I don't know what this guy was thinking doing what he did. It's hard to believe this isn't a glowy op. But if it's not, man, this guy's not going to get any public support. He's going to be getting denounced even by my fellow incels for good reason. So, self-proclaimed incel has been charged with pepper spraying whammons in a series of hate attacks he filmed across Southern California. Johnny Devin Young, 25, from Anaheim near Los Angeles. I mean, Los Angeles will do this to you. Faces multiple charges, including assault and illegal use of tear gas with enhancements for using a deadly weapon in hate crimes, according to the Orange County District Attorney's Office. Prosecutors said Young posted videos of himself pepper spraying and harassing whammons online and declared himself a so-called incel, a member of an online community of men who call themselves involuntary celibates and express rage against whammons. So, incel doesn't imply a member of an online community. There are online communities of incels, but not all incels participate in them, for one. And for two, they express rage against whammons. Why, yes, most of them do. No, not even most. A lot of them do. Most incels are actually more sad than angry. But that's okay. I mean, it's fine to lump people together in one group unless they're doing it to you. So Young was suspected of confronting female victims outside of bars in Costa Mesa and assaulting several people in the attacks between November current year months 1 and April of this year. Yeah, why the fuck do you do this, man? Like, seriously, man, what the hell do you hope to gain? He's identified with Costa Mesa police as a suspect in 2 attacks involving 4 whammons and a man who tried to stop one of the assaults. So a white knight. How did that fight with the white knight go, I wonder? So in one incident, which took place at Costa Mesa Bar in early hours of November, police say Young began verbally harassing 29-year-old whammons using explicit language, saying he wanted to see her genitals and asked to have sexual relations with her. Oh. Yeah, that's totally gonna get them panties wet, man. So when her friend tried to help the whammons, Young pepper sprayed them both after fleeing the scene, or before fleeing the scene, sorry. He would then post the video of the attacks online for other like-minded individuals to enjoy on YouTube. So I just saw him with the camera, and when he got in my face with it, I kind of thought it was a joke. He was just doing something either for internet clout or just some weird social experiment. Well, kind of. In one video, Young can be seen approaching a whammons in tears in a parking garage. So the whammons tells him her car had been stolen, but instead of helping, Young asks, "Can I hook up with you?" Okay. So now I understand it's a common, a little bit underhanded, but it's a common tactic to like hang around a person of the opposite gender and wait until they're at a low point in life and then make a move on them. It's like, oh, wow, yeah, your boyfriend left you. That's so sad. How can I comfort you and make you feel better? Like, it's common. I get it. But this is taking that a little bit too far. They just come across a stranger crying in the parking lot. Hey, you want to hook up? That's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to already get friendly with them before they're at the low point, and then you pounce. Oh my God. After the Whammons refuses his advances, he then verbally harasses her. In another clip, Young is heard allegedly describing his penis to three Whammons who are seen sitting on the bench as they wait for an Uber outside the nightclub. One of them kicks him and instructs him to leave, at which point Young allegedly pepper sprays her and her friend, together with a third Whammons who tried to intervene. You can't describe the pain. It was horrible, Jessica says of the being pepper sprayed. So, if you want to become a cop, you have to be pepper sprayed as part of your training. Because if you carry pepper spray as the job, for the job, and you use it, you have to be prepared for, like, if the wind blows it back in your face, or if it gets taken from you in a struggle and used against you. Oh, it's fun times. Young will post a video depicting confrontations with people in various gyms and fast food restaurants under the pseudonym, but his social media pages were removed in April. Apparently, there's an archive, though. Yeah, maybe he's just a troll. Well, as soon as do you realize that pepper spraying someone counts as assault, like that takes it above just trolling. And no one should have to live in fear that they could be indiscriminately attacked and then publicly humiliated on the internet because of their gender, Orange County District Attorney Todd Spitzer said. I mean, unless the perpetrator is a protected class. Now, this behavior is disgusting, and the celebration of this behavior by like-minded individuals is completely unacceptable. I actually agree. So these charges sent a very strong message to that entire community. We will not tolerate violence against Whammons in any form. Now you got a white knight. There you go. So Young, who is set to live in a parking lot, wow, in a green and white van. Okay, so now the story makes sense. This guy was probably just, some mentally ill guy on the verge of being homeless. Well, technically, unless you count the car as his home. There we go. This guy clearly has mental issues. Instead of having the book thrown at him with these charges, he needs to be institutionalized. He needs help. But then again, sad story. And Tug, who is a professional mental health professional, he can confirm this. About the only way most of these people can get the help they need is in prison, sadly enough. So maybe this is good for the guy. He's probably going to have access to all the resources he needs to get help in prison. So, maybe the longer you keep him in there, the better, at least until you're sure he's stable. After his arrest in San Mateo County, returned to Orange County, where he appeared in court. Young has a prior misdemeanor hate crime conviction in Nevada and was charged with 4 felony counts of assault with great bodily injury. Now, that's bullshit. Assault with great bodily injury? My fucking ass. No, I mean, I was always under the impression that great bodily injury was like, you took an eye out, or you broke a bone or something like that. 4 felony counts of illegal use of tear gas, probably legit. 4 felony enhancements of the personal use of a deadly weapon, and 8 felony hate crime enhancements. He is currently held in lieu of $500,000 bail, and his arraignment has been delayed to October 10th. You see this shit? This guy pepper sprayed some people and gets held in lieu of $500,000 in bail. That far-left terrorist in North Dakota who murdered a teenager in cold blood only got $50,000 in bail. Double standards much? So he faces a maximum sentence of 13 years in prison if convicted on all counts. He's probably going to get a plea deal and get way less. But this guy, if it's true and the only place he can get the help he needs is in prison, he should be in prison at least until he's received help.